All right, let me guess. You hire a virtual assistant to save time, and now you're spending more time fixing their work, answering their questions, and wondering why you're still doing the hard stuff. Sound familiar? All right. You're not alone, okay? This is one of the most common mistakes I see founders, entrepreneurs make when they hit their first 40K a month to 100K a month in the growth stage, right? They hire a generalist virtual assistant and expect them to do everything: inbox, calendar, client support, social media, project management, operation, sometimes even a little marketing on the side. They think, right? If I just find a really good VA, they'll handle it all. I can be free. And I get it. When you're wearing 17 different hats, hiring someone who can do a bit of everything feels like a win. But here's the truth: you didn't hire a unicorn, you hire a bottleneck. All right, let's break this down. What actually happens when you hire somebody that's a generalist and you give them everything? Guess what? They're managing your email 1 second, they're jumping into client support the next second, then they're switching to Canva to finish up a post, then they're back into rescheduling your Thursday calls. It's a lot. They're not prioritizing. They're context switching. Right, left, right, left. They're overwhelmed just like you. And the result? Mediocre. Not so good in terms of execution, right? Your calendar still's a mess. Your social media inconsistent. Clients are waiting on replies. All right. And guess what? Your virtual assistant, they're burnt out trying to do it all themselves. And what do you end up doing? Oh, you keep the high stakes stuff on your plate. You take back the messy task and you spend your evening fixing the work that you pay somebody else to do to get off your plates in the first place. Now, let's pause here for a second because none of this means that you have a bad virtual assistant, right? It's not someone that's bad at their job. It's just the way you set things up. Okay. And guess what? It's not your fault either. It's sometimes we don't know, right? You were never taught on how to hire for specific outcomes. You just knew you needed help and you needed the help fast. But what founders like you need isn't a do it all unicorn. That is really hard to find. You need a role specific support. Here's what that looks like, in my opinion. You want a virtual assistant that is trained specifically for your inbox, calendar management, right? Someone who can owns the communication, handles follow-ups, and protect your time. Okay. You also want a virtual assistant for client delivery, operation, who makes sure clients are onboarded properly, supported properly, and track all the KPIs. Then you need a virtual assistant for content and social media, somebody that has skill set to post, engage, repurpose, edit based on your strategy that's already working for you. You don't need 5 full-time people. You need clarity, you need ownership, and you need systems, right? So here's the mindset shift I want you to walk away with on this. Don't hire a generalist VA and expect them to handle everything. Hire for outcomes. Instead of saying, I need a VA to help with everything, start saying, I need someone to fully own my scheduling, or I need someone to handle clients onboarding, or I need someone to handle my social media and manage our weekly content rhythm. Make sense? When you do that, guess what happened? Your support team stops adding work and starts buying your time back, which is why you did this in the first place. So here's a bonus. When each role is clearly defined, it's way easier to train, delegate, and measure success because everybody knows exactly what they're doing. You stop managing tasks, you start managing outcomes, which is what you need at the end of the day. And you finally start operating like a CEO, not a firefighter putting fires out every day. So if you stuck in why isn't my VA helping me? You're stuck in that loop. Take a step back, look at what actually you need, right? Map it out and start delegating by role, not by task. Here at Task Maven, this is what we help our entrepreneur clients do every day. Define what to delegate, hire for specific role in your virtual team, install a system so there's no bottleneck anymore, and get to work. Get to work. If you like that type of video, let me know, comment, share below, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for jumping on.